Hi, boys and girls. Here's chapter 3 of Chomps, Flea, and Gray Cat, That's Me. It was evening before I saw Chomps again. When Daddy came home and opened the door, I slipped inside between his feet. He never even noticed me. I searched the house looking for that dog. Mama had him in the bathroom. I could hear the roar of the hairdryer. The door was open just a bit. I pushed my cheek against it until it opened wide enough for me to slip in. Mama sat on the floor. Chomp shivered on a towel in front of her. His wet fur lay flat against his body. Mama tried to hold him with her elbows as she used the brush and the hairdryer to clean up the messy dog. "What are you doing, Gray? Do you want some of this?" And she turned the air toward me. I jumped back and darted out the door. I had met the hairdryer before. I slid under the bed and started cleaning my fur. I already had most of the junk out, but I could still find little chunks of knotted hair around the stickers. I perked up my ears when Mama took Chomps out of the bathroom. They headed for the front part of the house. Mama had put cardboard boxes between the kitchen and the dining room. The people could step over them, but Chomps wasn't able to escape. I jumped over the boxes with one hop. Poor Pup was sitting in the middle of a pile of dry towels. "Hey, Pup, sorry about the bath. I thought that we could get back without getting caught." "She yanked most of my hair out. Am I bald?" The pup looked down at his fluffy fur. "She said I had a sack of trash connected to me. She said my curly hair grabbed every sticker in the field. What wouldn't come out, Mama pulled out." "You look fine. I don't see any skin showing at all. We'll have to be more careful the next time we go out." I stepped back from the pup when Mama stepped toward the sink. "Gray, what kind of mischief are you up to? Scat, I'm not very happy with you right now." Mama shoved me toward the cardboard with her foot. I flipped my tail as I jumped over the boxes and strolled into the living room to take my bath on the couch. Mama stepped over the boxes and sat down at the table with Daddy. "Owen, what are we going to do about the car? Every time I think it can't get any worse, something else happens to it. Maybe it just needs some new spark plugs." "I don't think that spark plugs are the answer this time." Mama threw a towel at Daddy. "Didn't Jim put new spark plugs in last month?" Daddy shrugged and nodded his head. "Yeah, I think he did." Daddy sat there for a moment. Finally, he smiled and reached out to hold Mama's hand. "I guess that we do need to think about a new car. The old one has been pretty good, but it's on its last legs. It costs as much to keep it running as a new car payment would. We've had 2 good years with the wheat." He stopped and scratched his chin. Then he looked at Mama. His smile got even bigger. "Do you want to go car shopping tomorrow?" Mama let out a little squeal. It made my ears perk straight up. I looked around. Mama grabbed Daddy and kissed him on the head. "Do I? I can't wait." "I think I can spare a little time tomorrow, maybe all day. We need to get a better car for that road. There's no guarantee they'll get the work done soon." "All day?" I got up from the couch and hopped over to the cardboard to Chomps. The little dog was crouched in a pile of towels. I could barely see his black eyes under the mop of fur. "Hey, Pup, why are you being so still?" "I'm afraid that Mama will hunt for new burrs and stickers in my fur." I tried to look him over. I didn't see anything that Mama would want to mess with. "I think you're safe for a while. We are going out again tomorrow when Mommy and Daddy go to town. They said that they would be gone all day. We can hunt some more. I think you are going to be pretty good with practice." "I don't know. Mama wasn't very happy when we got home today. She stuck me in a box until she gave me that bath. I'm afraid to move. I'm afraid she'll get me again." Chomps was still shaking. "Just be good for the rest of the day, and I think Mama will forget about what happened. You had fun today, didn't you?" Chomps peeked up at me. "I don't know if it was that fun or not." Mama scooped me up about that time. "Gray, you need some more outside time. Look at the fur balls you left on the couch. I don't have time to brush you right now." All at once, I was on the front porch. My whiskers blew back against my face as Mama shut the door. I had time to get a trophy before dark. My tail in the air, I walked to the sidewalk toward the apple tree. I looked up at the place where the nest had been last year. Still no sign of Mama Mockingbird or Flea. I sharpened my claws on the trunk. The door to the barn was open just enough for me to get inside. I really wanted to see what was there, but something told me to stay away. I stepped carefully to the doorway and poked my head through the opening. My ears were up as I looked about. Shadows filled the spaces around the hay bales inside the barn. I crouched low as I listened for the sounds of mice and rats. Beady eyes blinked back at me. Then I saw the familiar shape of a big rat. Nora was eating grain in the corner. An evil glint of light came from her eye. She didn't stop eating, but her yellow teeth glistened as she turned toward me. I remembered the time that the rats almost got Chomps in me. My legs suddenly felt wobbly as I tried to back out of the barn. I would return some other time. I looked back and the big rat gave me a sneaky grin. I shuddered and I hurried from the barn. I raced to the front door of the house. Meow! Let me in! The air was getting warm, but I still felt a chill from being in the barn. I scratched at the screen door. Gray, what's going on, Cat? As soon as the door opened, I darted in and scrambled to the safe place under the bed. I could hear Callie's gentle breathing above me. I finally crawled out and looked up. I could see the tips of her ears. The old cat was asleep on a pillow. I leaped to the bed beside her. Hey, Callie, are you awake? I purred. Callie? I wasn't asleep. I was only catnapping. What's the matter with you? The old cat stretched out her front paws and began washing her face. I felt my fur ripple. I've been out in the barn, and those creepy rats are still there. Don't they go someplace in the spring? Without stopping her bath, Callie looked toward the door. What rats? Those barn rats, the ones that nearly got Chomps and me when it was so cold, remember? You brought the house people to get the puppy out of trouble? Pulling her paws in under her chest, Callie shook her head. Those rats. Yes, when the weather gets warmer, they begin to move around outside more. If they have free meal, though, they'll stay until they've cleaned the barn out. I felt my heart drop. Callie, I'm afraid of those rats, especially the big one called Nora. When she looks at me, all I can see are those big yellow teeth inside that sneaky grin. It makes me feel all jittery. I just want to run and hide. Where are you going to hide? Under the bed? You'll get tired of being down there with all those dust balls. Think straight, Cat. Rats are sneaky and mean, but they are just wimps. They try to look tough, but inside they are just a bunch of cowards. If they don't have control of the situation, they run. When they realize that they might be in trouble, they don't care who knows that they are afraid. Callie puffed her chest out. She stood on the bed and looked at me. You're a cat. Cats have to stand up to them. Cats aren't afraid of anything. Don't ever let those rodents know that you're scared. Look them in the eye, just like you did the mice when you were stuck with Flea on your head. You're getting bigger every day. You aren't a little kitty cat anymore. Just remember, cats are afraid of nothing.